Hello, hello. Come on in and join me. I hope people are up for a post-game broadcast on a Thursday night. It's only 11:30 Central. I don't know if the texts have hit yet. Mine hasn't. I don't want to keep you waiting. If you're here, Titans with a glorious 20-17 um, win over the 49ers. Get them to 10 wins on the season, 10-5 with 2 games left to go. And magic number is 1. So if the Colts lose on Christmas night, Saturday night to the Cardinals, Titans will be AFC South champions. If the Titans win one of their 2 remaining games, if the Colts don't do that, the Titans win one of their 2 remaining games against Miami or against at Houston, they will um, they will win the AFC South, and they're sitting pretty right now. So we shall see what they can do from here, but they're in pretty good shape. Have a text here I have to return while we wait for the room to fill a little bit. So, a great night for the Titans after 3 out of 4 really bad games. And AJ Brown, spectacular. First receiver, I'm having trouble coming to grips with this. First receiver since they started charting third downs in 1978, third down receptions with 8 third down catches. Um, I'm thinking to myself, well, like Jerry Rice has to have had a game where somebody was stopping the Niners on third down running the ball, and they were in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 a lot, and they threw to him a lot. Jerry Rice only had 50. Somebody was looking up in the press box, 58 catch games in his career. So 8 catches is a lot of catches, obviously. And 8 third down catches is a ton of third down catches. So it's an amazing accomplishment by AJ Brown. I've been talking about how crucial he is to coming back to this offense, and sure enough, especially in the second half, just terrific. Uh, you know, they missed Derrick Henry tonight for sure, but that passing game takes them to a whole nother level. Ryan Tannehill only had like what 50 yards passing in the first half, but they really got it going in the second half. I thought that the play with the free play, which was 3rd and 28, something like that they got 40 some yards on, where Tannehill said he looked left and Julio wasn't in an advantageous position, but then he looked right and AJ was. He threw it up there. AJ went up with really strong hands and made a really great catch on good coverage. Those are the kind of plays that Titans don't get a heck of a lot. Don't throw up a heck of a lot. So really good, really good. Radens, look, he didn't get killed by any means. I don't think we should be throwing a parade for a second round pick that finally makes an appearance and makes a contribution. But I think most of us thought he would get destroyed tonight, and he didn't. So that was big. And I think that bodes well for him in the future, gives him a lot of confidence, gives the team's confidence in him. 3rd and 23, Avo reminds me. Um, And defense showed up, took the ball away. Offense stopped turning it over. Huge difference for things tonight. Julio is really a non-factor. The reason somebody's asking why he doesn't get targeted more, I don't think he's open that often. And tonight, there's no reason to give him things. I mean, I'd throw it to AJ every time. Bear with me. Sorry. Got somebody texting me of import. What else on your mind? Yeah, the turnover battle was big. I think this puts, if they had lost this one, concern would have grown. And NWI had a sneaky good game too. What did NWI do? Let's look a little bit here. Yeah, 2 catches for 38 yards isn't that sneakily good, is it really? Snap counts I won't know till tomorrow. Teron Davenport has them. I don't know if he was out there yet. Julio is sitting during the 2-minute drill. Julio Jones is not a 2-minute drill guy for this team. So I mean, it's as simple as that in terms of his. Merry Christmas to you as well, Ed. I hope you all have a great day. The football game set up great, obviously, for me to have a Thursday night. We're going to talk to Mike Vrabel tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll get a piece from Blake Bedingfield, get that up for you, and then disappear until Monday, which will be just terrific. And I hope stuff like that happens for all of you as well. Tannehill is 22 of 29. That's a great percentage. 209, 4 sacks. He was holding the ball too long in the first half. Passer rating 106.8. Terrific. Garoppolo, I thought, made some really good plays early. But it was a bad signal for the 49ers, I thought, in the second half when they settled for took a knee and didn't try to get even a field goal when they had some time on the clock and some ability to control the clock. They got that first down and then let the clock run out and ran into halftime pretty happily. So I thought that. I talked to a friend of mine who covers the Niners, and he said that's a team worried about a guy throwing another interception. And obviously, Jack Rabbit Jenkins' interception was really crucial. That would have put the Titans down 14-0. It's a bad throw for George Kittle where he was covered. And Kevin Byard said that really gave the Titans, settled them down and gave them confidence that things would be okay. Good play by Jenkins. 2 kind of unlikely interception guys in Jenkins and Hooker, who got their first interceptions today. Not the ball hawks generally on the team, but big contributors with those 2 plays. Yeah, I'm not seeing Henry back and himself. I don't know. He might be back. I don't think the people who are reporting on it know anything definitive. And, healthy offensive line is hard to know what the state of Juan's back is, what the state of Saffold's shoulders will be. after he's back from COVID. So, still a lot to be determined there. Julio's hamstring as well. Um, I'm not putting him on a Super Bowl run. Look, a lot of you were firing Todd Downing in the first half. Um, you know, it's 3 losses. The problems from those 3 losses weren't magically cured with this one win, but a lot better. What was with the play calls in the first half? First downs, getting themselves in just repeatedly in 2nd and long. I asked about Fulton slipping. He said, Vrabel said it is not the field. It's a guy selecting the shoes. Night game when field cools, it gets slick, and guys have to handle it better. Somebody asked about Titans handling Kittle. I thought they kind of pieced together a nice plan. Kittle didn't end up doing a lot of damage at all. Hell, he had 2 catches for 21 yards. That's masterful work. Dan Cruikshank was involved in it. Cunningham was involved in it. Byard was involved in it. Really nice job. This was not a plan for Radens to switch to right tackle. He was drafted as a right tackle. He was Isaiah Wilson's replacement, who was Jack Conklin's replacement. He's not a left tackle. He was the swing tackle this week with Lamb in line to start for Lewan, and then when Lamb went down, the swing tackle gets the start. Number 1 seed is absolutely within reach, says Mark Sumter. I'm adding absolutely there. You're rooting like crazy for the Bills against the Patriots. And what else you got here? Yeah, I mean, Tannehill obviously looks a lot better throwing to A.J. Brown than he does throwing to Cody Hollister. I mean, I think there's a lot of review going on here. But and people are really jumping on Radens. He has a satisfactory game. Take a rewatch to see exactly how much help he got. But for everybody to be, Ed, you're not doing it. But look, he's supposed to be better than Quessenberry. I don't think they'd be making a change during the remainder of this season. But there are people on a lot of our timelines saying, trade Lewan now during the offseason, and Radens is ready to replace it. There's a reason that Radens hasn't played any tackle for this team, and that he only played in an emergency. So maybe he gains a little confidence there and gets back in the pipeline for next year. But my God, let's not go too crazy. I'm not saying you're doing that, Ed, but a lot of people are. You want the Steelers to beat the Chiefs. The way you worded that is the other way around. Cardinals against the Colts would be big. Yeah, I mean, Stephen, this is the way they've played the 2 weeks that Cunningham's been out there. Brown comes on and nickel, and both Evans and Cunningham go off the field. That's the nickel package. No, Radens sucked in preseason. Quessenberry's terrible. If they had a rookie that could play, they would play him. They were playing Caleb Farley before he got hurt. They were playing Monty Rice before he got hurt. I don't think there's a general we don't play rookies policy here. They don't hurry them, but they play them. You're talking about the big play here? I mean, the fourth quarter touchdown was short range. The big play to Deebo Samuel, I think it was 54 yards. Fulton fell down. Was the big thing. I didn't see any miscommunication there. I saw DB falling down, who was having trouble with his footing repeatedly. Kim, we talked about that. Vrabel said, as it cools down, the field gets slicker. Guys have to do a better job with their shoes. It's not about the field. What else on your mind? I did this to see if I can get a crowd in here tonight. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Appreciate those of you that came. Usually I would write and not do a broadcast, so I wanted to see how this went. You guys will tell me ultimately. What else on your mind? And congratulations to all of you on your team getting a big win, and Merry Christmas. Yeah, Mark, that's a pretty big surprise that the Titans tight ends had the better of this game. Swain, 3 catches for 10 yards, not much yardage-wise, but Ferkser 1 for 13. Pruitt's really disappeared. Juszczyk just runs some incredible routes, 3 for 45, 15-yard average out of a fullback. Kittle, 2 for 21. It's crazy. Brett Kern had an up and down night. He had 2 punts there, I think, that were really terrific, but some that were not very good. I sent notifications out, so if you didn't get texts, that's on the texting world. I think Bullock has certainly earned a chance to come back in camp. He's not under contract, so they'd have to sign him again. But had a couple shaky moments, but overall he's been pretty solid. It'd be good for them to develop a young guy, and maybe even spend a late draft pick on one. But pretty nonchalant about kicker here. Can't complain about how it's gone this season at all. At all. So no real big new injuries. There was one, I think he came back on. So that's a good sign. Long rest here. You got Saffold and Molden recovering from COVID. You've got some new depth in the secondary with Buster Skrine playing well, a 3rd game in a row now. So when Molden's back, I don't know that we saw Chris Jackson on defense at all tonight. You could play Molden there. You could bring Jackrabbit in, play him outside, move Skrine inside. A lot of options there in the secondary for depth, which is really nice. Just a couple weeks removed from the bye week, and you've got now a mini bye, like Ed is saying here, a big development this late in the season. Crowd was good. Crowd was loud. The 49ers fans traveled better than I expected. Yeah, some people saying they didn't get the text notification. I did send it out, so may show up late for some of you. I don't know if I got it. Some of you got it, right? So anyway, I apologize if it didn't land. I did the same system that I usually do. I think Tart was in the rotation. He started, I think. I saw him make a play or two. Only guys that didn't play, Woodside as usual. Munyer listed as not playing. Tart started. Tart and Jones both started with Simmons on the line. So Autry didn't start. Landry and Dupree outside. So look, they're getting some depth back, get some options back, which is good. Guys on COVID are can test out of it with 2 negatives. They've got multiple chances a day to test out of it now. But they're not in a hurry right now. They'll be off for a while. So we'll see what happens next week for Saffold and Molden. The hope really is that they don't get new guys on that list, as so many teams are having uh, outbreaks, so to speak. And they get a position assignment now. Um, so, what position gets drawn next week for the targeted testing is a big question. Ed, I think there's more to it. It seems like there's more to it because the position last week seemed like on Monday was cornerback when Molden tested positive. Um, so, and then Saffold was listed with an illness on the injury report. It was shoulder for the first 2 days. Third day, it was illness before he was put on the COVID list with COVID. So maybe he wasn't feeling well and he got tested. I think there's more to it. The way guys are going on the COVID list around the league, it seems like it's more than unvaccinated players and targeted testing guys getting tested. Not entirely clear on that. Greg Olsen like Downing's second half. The question is, was Greg Olsen on him about his first half? And I would say I'd rewatch that to hear it, but I'm not going to lie to you. I won't be watching that again. Yeah, I don't understand why you don't throw to AJ a lot early either. But look, at least they get there, right? And it doesn't, in the end, matter when. It matters that they do it enough and that they win a game. Olsen is good on games from what I've heard. I don't get to watch too many, but the games I've heard, I like his energy. And he goes beyond the surface level, which is a good thing in a color analyst. So I think he's got a big future ahead of him. I don't know how high he ranks in the rotation, but he should rank high. All right, we've done the best we could here. I'm sorry if you didn't get the text messages. I'll look into that, make sure next time it goes out. Congratulations on the win. Merry Christmas to everybody. I really appreciate it. No shows until next week, so I'll reconnect with everybody Monday. Look for Blake Bedingfield's scouting report on how this all unfolded in his eyes tomorrow. And I really appreciate all of you and your loyalty, and wish you the very best Christmas imaginable. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the football. Hope you get the result you want out of the Colts and everybody else. Have a great night, a great Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and a weekend. Take care. Don't block the box and do lock the locks.